is the group graduations. Welcome one and all to our final day of the E-Fintech school. This is all what the last 5 weeks has been about. And without further ado, we're going to jump straight into it with Team Direct Fresh, leader Clement. Your time starts now.
Good evening, everyone. We are Direct Fresh, an agri e-commerce platform and tech-fin solutions provider. We aim to create a social impact for Thailand farmers and assist them to increase quality of life. This project is based on Natsini's family situation in which they own land and currently face issues which Direct Fresh is aiming to solve. Currently, agriculture is Thailand's second largest sector, but there is still poverty and increasing debts. Most farmers grow only one key crop per year and they lack pricing power. This is because middlemen account for 400% price of produce. Direct Fresh wants to create shared value by increasing quality of life for the farmers and affordable fresher produce for consumers. We aim to increase supply chain efficiency and reduce post-harvest wastage. We also enhance social inclusion by bringing more people into the digital economy. When Direct Fresh turns profitable, we would also like to create financial inclusion in future via microfinancing program. I will now hand over to Clement. Clement, please.
Thank you. Basically, we will have, this is our simplified business model where we will touch on 4 stakeholders. For the farmers, how we plan to entice them to join our platform is to offer them benefits such as receiving agricultural input loans if they join Direct Fresh, subject to psychometric assessment for small farm owners or poor farmers, bulk purchase for suppliers to achieve economies of scale as Direct Fresh aggregate demand from farmers, generate more income to increase their living standards, and as for our monetization model is via transaction fees and advertisement fees. For the consumers, the benefits are more affordable prices due to consumers due to the removal of unnecessary layers of middlemen, fresher produce due to more efficient food chain. And for the suppliers, more opportunities for suppliers to showcase their products to the farmers by participating in the agri-input loans, and in return, we give them discounted advertising on our platform. We also provide an avenue for them to advertise their agri-input produce where farmers are all congregated. And lastly, for logistics, the cost is borne by consumers. Distribution centers are strategically located to serve cities within the radius of the distribution center. We have our own fleet for within city delivery, as well as partner with cold chain logistics for between distribution center delivery. I will now hand over to Rachel. Rachel, please.
Our funding will be from the government's grant, venture capital, and family office, which is approximately USD 1.5 million. Based on our projection, our payback period is approximately 2.84 years. Hence, our break-even is on year 3. This will conclude the end of our presentation, and we will proceed to Q&A from the judges. Thank you.
There we go. Straight into it. Judges, questions, please.
Hi, I'll start. Thank you so much, Direct Fresh. It's an interesting proposition, and I quite like what you're trying to do in terms of cutting off the middleman in the agricultural produce supply chain. Can you talk a little bit through what element of fintech are you bringing into this business plan?
Jasmine, so we are actually a tech-fin platform more than a fintech platform.
Noted.
So we're actually an e-commerce platform to actually cut out the middleman before we provide microfinancing for the farmers when we turn profitable. And also we have the seed loans and agri-inputs program for farmers or small farmers. So we are more of a tech-fin than a fintech solution provider.
Okay, so you're more e-commerce solution provider.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And I note that this is mainly for Thailand.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Do you have any business case numbers that you have as supplementary slides for this?
Sure, we do have. Maybe Natsini, would you want to share your slide on the surveys that you have done?
So we have tested.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have tested the market by reaching out to farmers and key persons in the agricultural industry. The survey result shows 88% of farmers are interested in selling their produces by Direct Fresh.
And because we help them to connect to consumer directly. And moreover, 70% of them are willing to pay up to 200% commission fees. But with this fact, Direct Fresh only charges 100% of the commission fee. And these are the example of the people who we ask, who we reach out for the interview.
What are your charges like, your business case to be loaded onto the e-commerce platform?
Sorry, what is your question?
The charges. Have you sussed out your pricing?
The pricing?
Rachel, can you probably share a slide?
Can you move to the financial slides? Nasini. Yeah, this is our, hold on. Yeah, so for first year, our average revenue per person, we are looking to get 500 baht per person, and subsequently the following year will be 525. And based on these charges and the average revenue that we'll get from per person wise, and the population in Thailand, which we also focus on in Bangkok, the projection we are getting at for the first year revenue is 145,000, approximately 445,000 USD.
Sorry, I just want to add on to Jasmine's question.
All right.
Your revenue model is basically coming from advertising.
No, it's mainly from commission.
It's from
yes, from commission and from advertisement.
Okay, so the commission is based on what?
Yeah, we are expecting on subscription model. So our client will subscribe based on the average of 1 month, one person's subscription.
Sorry, when you say client, do you mean it's from the end users?
Yes, correct.
So how much do you charge?
So we're actually charging 100% of the retail price. You know, for example, if a call costs $5, then we'll be charging 100% of the retail price. The farmers will actually be able to sell for a larger pie of the retail price, and also the consumers will actually get more affordable pricing for the food.
So okay, so can you give an example exactly how does it work? If I'm a consumer, I want to sign up to your platform.
Sure, maybe I could show you to the business model slide, please.
We will have to wrap things up. So really quickly.
So basically our platform is to reach out to the farmers and to get their data, and then for the consumers, they can just sign up directly, like Shopee or any other platform onto our platform. And fees wise, we will charge based on the price that the farmers have listed the prices to the consumers.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for the first team, Team Direct Fresh. Thank you, judges, for it. Sorry to cut you off. I will cut you off, teams. Moving on, next is Team Amateur Ninja. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Try putting it in full screen again. Brilliant. Your time starts now.
Hello everybody, my name is Sheikh Faisal, and with me is Hairul Azmi and Rubaiyat. We are Team Amateur Ninja, but our project name is called So Good. We are here to show you how you can reap what you can sow. Our problem statement is simple. Shopping for sustainable products is difficult given high search costs, as consumers must visit various websites and stores to shop. This process is time-consuming, time-wasting, and confusing for consumers, making it an entirely inefficient process. This puts consumers in a position where they must choose between easily accessible products, which may not be sustainable, and products that are sustainable but are difficult to find. In many cases, consumers also do not trust that the products being promoted are actually sustainable, increasing the barrier of adoption for a sustainable lifestyle. The solution, what we offer, is a one-stop shop for sustainable products that offers consumers access to an improved degree of sustainable options. This enables both consumers and providers to co-create an ecosystem that promotes sustainable consumption using blockchain traceability. We are the Amazon of sustainable products, but better. Customer value proposition, we have 5 of those. Firstly, we will be lowering customers' sustainable product search cost. Secondly, it will be easier for customers to access sustainable products on our platform. Thirdly, trusted buyers or sellers will be incentivized with gamification options. Fourthly, we will institute a start-to-end sustainable customer journey experience that basically covers product, payment, packaging, delivery, and after sales. And lastly, we will definitely be using blockchain traceability for all goods on our platform. Our platform, we will have 2 places that people can come on or will be onboarded, basically the website or our application. Our blockchain traceability areas will cover a few of these areas below. We'll focus on these areas in the supply chain when we begin. Firstly, all our products that will be on our platform will be 100% organic, they'll be recyclable and compostable, locally sourced, cruelty-free, where we include humans and animals in this, they are fairly traded, and they will be halal. So what is our cost and revenue model? When it comes to costs, these are our potential costs. We will probably have to incur costs on advertisements, promotions, and discounts and cashbacks, the labor in our organization per se, and yearly annual subscription website fees. How we make money is through a commission fee, percentage of the sales, advertising fee, because we will have the opportunity for slider, pop-ups, and banners for for businesses that want to promote on our website. A consultancy fee, an ad hoc service we call So Consult. This is where we're able to onboard more parties onto our platform and teach them how to engage in this sustainable supply chain. And sustainable packaging material called SORAP for conscious users that want to choose only compostable packaging. We'll have 7 key partners, government agencies, for example, like Kementerian Alam Sekitar, website design organization that will help us with the website and so on, packaging producers, product producers, certification labels for verification purposes of the labels that are on our products, logistic companies, cloud computing providers. With that, thank you very much.
Nicely done. Straight into the Q&A, judges.
You're going to use blockchain for traceability. Oh, sorry, Tony, you go ahead.
Okay. I was talking about looking at your sustainable packaging. How do you intend to make money on that front?
Okay. There we go. So we have sourced out and we've spoken to a couple of suppliers and manufacturers. So one of the things that we've learned from the interviews that we spoke to about 15 different people was that they feel that it would be disingenuous if they do not have an option where the packaging is still plastic, for example, but we're supposed to be selling products that are sustainable on our platform. So the material we are using, as you can see here, they are basically corrugated boxes. They are recyclable, reusable, and compostable. And at this point in time, what happens is that these boxes, they are very large boxes with small items in it. So we will obviously get smaller sized boxes for, depending on the size of the product. And we want to get the suppliers to use these packaging instead of their own packaging. And eventually, in our pricing system on the website, when producers want to sell their products, if they use the corrugated boxes, it will be cheaper, for example, for the consumer to buy. And this will incentivize the consumer to buy from this supplier or this company instead of from another one. So they will compete with each other, and we will incentivize the competition by them buying these SORAPs to be used.
So you are actually selling the boxes?
Yes, to the suppliers. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
What is the blockchain traceability certification that you're going to use? First question. Second question, what are your pricing model and charging business case? When do you anticipate to break even? And how do you intend to incorporate these certification bodies onto the chain? Thank you.
Okay, I'll answer the last one first, the certification bodies. So from our research, the problem with the certification bodies is that there is, according to the one, this one, according to these 5 here, there are no certification bodies except for halal and cruelty free. So That really depends because there's too many certification bodies. We did about 360 or 463 different labels that you can find. And because it's so saturated and it's very noisy, we want to focus on thematic ones, right? Secondly, for the blockchain, we're not sure on that yet. That's still in the ideation process. We will need to get back to you on that. For the amount of money we'll be making from our platform, the commission fee will be, we're not looking to be entirely so capitalistic with this, where it's going to be high charges, right? It has to incentivize people to take up a sustainable lifestyle. So it'll probably start low, and then over time, when we have built sort of the padding on the seller side and the buyer side, then we will increase it accordingly.
Thank you. My last question would be, if you're not able to incorporate convincingly all the necessary certifying body, how do you then assure your consumers that the goods are certified as you say they are? Because one of your problem statement is there is too many out there that says they are, but you are not sure whether they are or not.
Yeah, great catch. Thanks for asking us that. So one of the problems we struggle with is that there are too many labels that are out there. So we will obviously pick the most popular ones first that are currently being talked about, that has some form of communal or societal legitimacy. And we will obviously back that up with research that are secondary and also primary, because we also need to see that the consumers actually know the labels, right? It's not as easy as a CRIM one. Every product has a CRIM one, a CRIM, for example, badge, but consumers don't really care about it. So very specific, consumers, they want specific labels. We will have to engage them and ask them what labels are they looking for. And I think that will be easier for us to find the labels that are necessary for them.
What is your business model projection on this?
We don't have a business model projection on this.
So how do you know your company can sustain?
That's a great question. We haven't got there. We're not going to lie. We haven't done the business model projection. This is an ideation process. We're still early in it, and we'll work on it. And if you're keen to get more insights on this, we'll work on something and send it to you.
Cool. In that case, Faisal, how have you validated the problem and the need for this product, and what do you think is the addressable market for it?
Okay, so the way we validated this was through interviews. We conducted 15 one-on-one interviews with individuals of various ages and professions, and we sort of understood their pain points, and the problem statement sort of incorporated what they told us earlier here. For the total addressable market, the serviceable obtainable market, and the serviceable addressable market and serviceable obtainable market, we don't have that yet. The TAM Samsung, we've not worked on that.
Very good. I hope that answers your question, Martin. I thank you for your time, Team Amateur Ninja. Moving on, next we have Team CFC. Team CFC, please share your screen. Team CFC.
Rashvin, are you sharing screen?
Pixan is helping me to share this. Yes.
All right. Pixan, are you there?
I'll give you another few more seconds, and then we will commence. This is going to be as real life scenario as you can to a board of directors meeting. Danny, I suggest you get started soon.
Okay. All right.
Your time starts now.
All right, let me share my screen. Okay. Hi, everyone. We are Crypto for Cash, and we're a lending and wealth management platform. To set the scene, let me flash out a snapshot showing examples of the typical crypto asset owners. John here is an individual from the working class, and he holds it.
I will have to interrupt. I'm sorry. We can't see the slides. We can see your script.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The one on the left slideshow.
Okay.
Yep, that one. Yep.
Okay, so John is a crypto asset owner. So is Vivo Cafe, who is a micro business who's invested their cryptos profits back into cryptos. So our problem statement here is that we've got a lot of asset owners who don't have access to a lot of cash flow. So effectively, the market that we're looking to serve is the asset rich and cash flow poor, and we do this through our platform called CFC. We've chosen Vietnam as our target market because it's the second largest ownership for crypto assets in the world. So that's a potential market size of about 6 million users. On top of that, it's got a very crypto-friendly legislation and also a very vibrant lending microfinancing market. Over to you, Peng.
Okay, thank you, Danny. We currently offer 3 major products: crypto wallet, fiat loan with crypto collateral, hence the name Crypto for Cash, and the crypto wealth management products. This user-friendly wallet is free and secure. You don't have to worry about any trouble associated with unhosted wallets. Most importantly, once the crypto assets are deposited into the wallet, interest starts to be credited into your wallet every day. If users wants to earn higher interest, they can opt to lock their crypto for a fixed term. Security is our livelihood. We promise to fully reimburse all stolen tokens from hacking. Crypto for Cash loan is even better. A loan of Vietnam or US dollars can be instantly approved with crypto assets as collateral. We support 5 mainstream tokens at the moment. The user enjoys great flexibility to tailor the loan they want. The loan to value ratio can be up to 90%, and the interest rate is the lowest in the market. Customers are offered the choice to receive fiat loan in a bank account, cash, or e-wallet of our partner. When the repayment is due, the customer has the choice to pay back the loan in fiat or crypto. In order to accelerate the growth, our partner Home Credit, a top 3 microfinance company in Vietnam, will help us to integrate the solution and launch the product. In regards to scaling, we developed our open API with the intention of white label the solution as an alternative loan product for all other microfinance companies. Based on our current revenue projection, we expect to start profiting in the 3rd year. These are the founding members of CFC. We are from diverse backgrounds, and we are ready to safeguard your crypto, make you richer, and lend you a helping hand when you need cash. Thank you. That's all.
There we go. Nicely done. Moving straight to the Q&A.
Okay, thank you very much for that. What are the fees and what are the transaction fees that you're looking at charging? Obviously, the depositors are coming from you, but for your loan and your conversions?
Okay, so in terms of transaction fees, when the customer deposits the tokens into our platform, this kind of transaction fee definitely will be borne by the customers. And the interest rate of our loan is on average 8% per annum.
8% for your loan, and what is the deposit rate?
Profit rate for the loan products is it's actually a combination of both the interest and the money we get from staking this crypto collateral. So considering that, it can be up to 12% per annum.
So sorry, I lost you there for a little while. Deposit up to 12%, loan 8%. Is that correct?
Deposit for us up to 6%, because for the deposit, we are also sharing the profit with the customers in the wealth management products. So for the crypto loan, we get first the interest, and then we are also using the crypto collateral for staking. So we are getting money from both sides.
Okay. Now your crypto to cash loan, is it fully collateralized with crypto assets?
Yes, we have the MPL control in place.
How do you manage fluctuation of crypto pricing?
Yeah, as you can see on these slides, when the LTV ratio reaches 80%, the borrower will receive the notification. When the LTV ratio reaches 95%, the collateral will be liquidized to repay the loan, and the rest goes back to the wallet.
Didn't the mentors tell you that I hate abbreviation? What does LTV stand for?
LTV is loan to value ratio. Okay, so let me put it this way. It's like when the value of the loan is 95% of the collateral. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt. that's all the time that we have. Thank you, Team CFC. Let's move on to the Reno guys. Reno guys? Oh, I can see my face. Okay.
Can I start?
Yes, you can go. Your time starts now.
Hi, I'm Awi from Team Reno guys. So our solutions is named as Team Reno Market. But before I start, I'd like to share a story from my teammate, Shenwei. When Shenwei just bought a house, he has limited budget for renovations because he has used up all his monies in down payment and other fees. But ultimately, he managed to reach out to these 3 group of contractors, got the quotations, and decided that he has to cut down the things that he wanted to do. As he talked to the contractors, he understands from them that they usually don't really dare to take multiple jobs because of the daily cash flow that they need to monitor the payment to the workers on daily basis and also the cost to get the renovation material. So as we understand a little bit more on this renovation environment, we want to target the pain statement for these 3 group of people, the owners, contractors, and the home improvement people. We want to be able to address the financial needs of the owner and contractors and also match the supply and demand jobs. For the small merchants, because they're competing with the big boys on the big names, they needed to drive more traffic to the store to increase the sales. Now, what do we do? On our solutions, we plan to provide the financial educations and solutions to this group of underserved people. This will be done via the renovation marketplace, an ecosystem that we have created, which we will help them with their micro-insurance and microfinancing. Going on to the next slide. So how do we do this? We will first onboard these 3 relevant parties onto our platforms, and they will do the necessary validations and also the credibility checks as well. As the owners is connected to the contractors to obtain the quotations, they will be offered the loans options. So from there, the owners will be able to gauge how much they need and what is the repayment period. At the same time, if the contractors need some help with their financing on the renovation material or the cost, they will be able to reach out to our microfinancing partners too. Besides that, the micro-insurance will be transacted embedded as part of the transaction fees. This is to ensure that the renovation risk is being reduced and to address any risk and of course the defects during the maintenance period too. The small merchants will be able to reach out to these owners and contractors via the advertisement on our platform. I'll move on to the next slide. So on our go-to-market strategy, we plan to target the Klang Valley because that is the concentrations of the development. We will manually onboard 100 contractors first. We will get offline to the field to understand this community a bit better, their credibility and their portfolios. So in the course of 1 year, we will slowly to build out the functions, and in 2nd year, we will expand beyond the Klang Valley. Based on projections, we will break even by year 3, and our revenue comes from the transaction fees, micro-insurance commissions, and also the profit sharing for the financial loans. And this translates to 9.9 million revenue by year 5, and also 5.1 million of profit by year 5 too. So that is all from us. We will now take the question from judges. Thank you.
Open to the floor.
You decided on who is going to provide the microfinancing?
We are sourcing partners at the moment.
Right. As you know, microfinancing, they actually charge a very high interest rate, right? And in some places, they are talking about 20-25%. And are you not sort of missing out on the cut of that when you are only targeting 1%? Hello?
Hi, Tony. Sorry. We are trying not to tax too much on the contractors and also the homeowners. So we're taking a smaller cut by actually making this solution to enable these underserved people, right? So our bigger cut of our in terms of business model is actually from the transaction fee.
What is the transaction rate that you're looking at in terms of charging, and who is going to bear that transaction fee?
Okay, the contractor will bear the transaction fee. We are having a tiered transaction fee charges. It ranges from 0.8% to 1.3% depending on the renovation costs. For example, if they do more, then obviously we have a different range for them.
I see. Do you have a floor in terms of your business case? Can you go back to your numbers? Can we have a look at that? It was really quick. Yeah, great. So by year 3, you would be in the region, or are you still within Malaysia but beyond Klang Valley?
We are still within Malaysia, we have not gone that far to go out of Malaysia yet, but we are out of Klang Valley. Actually, once year one is over, we are already branching out into other states, and we're probably looking at Negeri Sembilan as a first start.
Okay. Have you done a market analysis in terms of the total size of renovation market?
Okay, we haven't done it from a renovation market perspective, but what we have studied here is in terms of the available new homes, in terms of how many new homes are upcoming. So from there, we draw some percentages, and how we then calculate further is we saw that less than 500K homes making up a certain percentage. I think it's about 60, sorry, just give me 1 second. Blah, 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 blah. So it's about 71% of the houses are less than 500K. And out of that, we also did calculation how much is actually in KL, how many in Selangor. And from there, we actually do our projection on our market sizing.
Okay. And with that, you anticipate break even by year 3?
Yes. In year 3, we'll break even and start making some profit, hopefully.
Okay, over to my fellow judges.
I'm just trying to understand a little bit better in terms of how you're going to get people jumping into your platform. So from users to also contractors.
So I'll address the questions on the contractors first. Like I've mentioned earlier, in the first 4 months, we will manual onboard 100 contractors. So what you're going to do is an offline team to get to know the community a little bit better, because typically the small contractors, they will have their own network. As you get to know one person, you will be able to reach out to a bigger group of people. So a team of 10 that we are targeting, because that is what I projected. We will reach out to them to spend a little bit more time with them to understand this group of 100 contractors first, and then slowly through referral program to slowly gain more people, contractors, to get on board to our platforms.
I guess maybe my question is, how sure are you that they will run away?
For contractors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they can actually do a good job. How do you verify that?
Okay. There are a couple of things that we check first. My teammate can jump in later, especially on the validations through CIDB. There is a government website that let us check whether these group of people, they have any complaints previously. So that is the first thing. And the second part is the contractors that we get, these 100 people that we want to offline, we need to spend a little bit more time to understand them better, to understand their portfolio, their historical works too. So I think we need to build trust from that. Then, as they subsequently engage on our platform, we will have the scoring system to let the users to comment on their historical work as well. So that is our plan for the contractors on validations.
Charmaine, I would like to jump in a little bit, I think, to add on to the points, right? It is through the payment portion of the business that we try to ensure nobody runs away, right? I think the first part is we bring these two parties together into our marketplace, which is the owner and the contractor. But like a normal,
Pop your point, please, Shin Wei.
Okay, so in the normal transaction, what we don't do is we don't pass the whole amount to the contractor straight away. We use the validation of the job well done, and we seek the consensus from the owners before we pay according to the milestone. And these milestones are pretty defined in our structure.
Okay, thank you, Reno guys. Moving on to halfway to Team Kutari. Now, as I understand, McLean will be presenting this. When you're ready, your time starts now.
Hi, everyone. I'll start with the pitch now. Kutari is a digital wallet that's not just an e-wallet. It's an e-wallet that provides an ecosystem of very important tools that brings together. Next slide. So from our research on the market in Papua New Guinea, we discovered that 80% of the people in PNG are unbanked, and that poses a huge problem for accessibility to bank. The fees charged by the commercial bank is exorbitant, and lack of financial literacy and inclusivity. So our problem, our solution is addressed from a holistic approach. So we have provided a solution on providing to provide an accessible banking, charging affordable fees, and also having a financial personal management training to our end users. And we approach that by like I said, from an holistic approach, where we start from leveraging our key partnerships, identifying our stakeholders, providing financial literacy trainings, and in the process, accelerating the digital transformation in the market, and then at the end, increasing financial inclusion. So what is the market that we're targeting? Like I said, we're targeting the 80% of the unbanked, which makes up 7.2 million of the 9 million population in Papua New Guinea. From market research, we've discovered 70 to 80% do not have financial literacy. And also our customer persona is around 29 to 49 years. So looking at that, our serviceable market, available market is 373 million. Serviceable obtainable market is 56 million. Next. So the benefits that we're providing, we're allowing customers to do P2P transfers, utility payments. We also, for the unique product that we're offering is the personal budgeting tool within our e-wallet, where you can have direct integration with the spending on the transaction on the e-wallet expenditure. And our business model is based on transaction charges, plus subscription-based charges for a budgeting tool.
Okay, wrap up your last points and we'll move to Q&A.
So market adoption, we're looking at working closely with our star partners, because those star partners that we have, they have the direct engagement with this market size that we're targeting. And we can work with them to embed our sales approach to get in touch and then to do our marketing.
Okay, thank you, McLean. Questions?
Okay, Danny, quick question. First of all, I don't know about Papua New Guinea. Is there a license requirement for e-wallet?
Yes.
Second question is basically, I didn't see what's the actual mobile internet penetration in Papua New Guinea. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. So yes, we do have we've been required to get license from our regulator, which is the Bank of Papua New Guinea. So there's two licenses. There is the authorized mobile network operator license and the authorized money remitters license. And on the other questions, sorry, come again on the second question.
Internet penetration.
Oh, internet penetration.
Mobile internet. Sorry.
Yeah. Melanie, can you go back to the previous slide that we had? So you would see so currently we have around 5 million mobile subscribers, and as of the 2020 we have 1.1 million internet users, which compared to 2019 is 101% increase.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. How will your users put in money into your e-wallet, assuming that they have no bank account because your solution is for financial inclusion?
Yep. So what would happen is we have agents. We work with agents, and our agents in different geographical areas within Papua New Guinea that they set up, and then whatever the customer wants to cash in or put deposit there into the e-wallet, they use our agents to do that.
So how will you empower your agents? That means they have access into your back-end mainframe for deposit taking.
Yes. So we on our business model, we also factored in the commissions for the agents. So the 2.2%, which would be for the agents, and then we have different tiers of a percentage that we're gonna be charging according to what the amount that the customers are paying.
2.2%. Where is that denoted? Sorry.
That's the second point on the slide, the business model, 1.2%.
Okay, 1.2%.
Yep.
Right. In terms of the fixed price for a training, that is, there's normally quite a range of training, content. So how do you, make sure that all the content has to carry the same price?
Oh, sorry. There might be a confusion with the wording that we choose there. The prices do vary, but the actual the starting training that we're providing, the one-on-one training, will be free. And as the training progresses and in the level of the difficulty, then the prices changes as we go along.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I've just got one question. How are you hoping to build trust and gain customer acquisition? Well, actually, two questions. And the second one is, in that unbanked market, who do you see as your key competitor that you're up against?
Okay. Currently, we have a business that's doing that already, which is called Sell Money, which is operated by Digicel. It's a telco-based mobile wallet, and right now, the unique product differentiator for us is the ecosystem that we have, which is providing the budgeting tool, personal financial budgeting tool, and then having that integrated with the actual e-wallet transaction on expenditures, so we can give real spending analytics back to our end users, the customers.
Okay, thank you, Team Kutari. That's all the time that we have. Moving on,
thank you.
We're at the halfway mark. Team Polizzi.
All right.
Yep, that's it. Put it to brilliant. Your time starts now.
All right. Hi, everyone. So we are from our policy teams, where insurance policy is easy. Okay, this is the agenda that we're going to cover today: problem statements, solutions, the key benefits, and also the business model. Okay, this is the problem that we are trying to solve. We know that managing all different insurance policy can be a hard work, especially when you have a different insurance, renewal dates, documents, contact details, and many more. And this is a real life scenario that I can give an example. Basically, you forgot where you actually keep your insurance, especially in a physical policy. And then sometimes you miss the renewal deadline, and you don't even know how much is the coverage and whether it's sufficient or not. And when it's come to claim, you actually do not know how to submit a claim. All right. So there we see the opportunity, then we come up with this policy solution. So under this policy solutions, we manage your entire insurance policy from the various insurance on a single platform. So this is where the customer can take a photo, upload, and we will digitize all the insurance. And these three functions, as you can see, where we can store the policy, you can view variety choice of insurance product that suit your needs, and also later on you can do your claim inside the solution also. All right, this is just a screenshot of the application itself. to log in, and then you can see all your policy in one place, and there is also notification when it comes to the renewal part and many and so on. All right, this is the policy in architecture diagrams. As you can see, when customer upload the policy, and this is where it's stored into the cloud Azure, and then the AI system will populate the data and analyze all the data and give back all the information to customer based on the customer needs. All right. And this is benefit to the customer. As you can see, this is a one-stop solution and will give a better customer experience. And it also a tailor information and offer a best suite of product. And to the policy application itself, it will give a better market value and also give an effective communication channel, insightful analytical reports, and also greater operational efficiency. So as you can see, the business model, our main target audience is basically people in a social media user. So we target a user age between 34 to 44 years old. And then from the 52%, we targeted around 2% that will download our applications. We become a 251K users. So from there, 30% that will directly buy the insurance in our platform, and we earn the commission through that. All right, so this is our team. We have a 4. Then thank you, that's all.
Nicely done. Straight to the Q&A, judges.
Okay, let me start. Just let me understand correctly. I mean, you only get the policy information into your app once people buy from you, or you actually would be hooking up with other insurance to add in existing policies into your app?
This is actually could be any policy from any insurer. So it's not just from our own, let's say, insurance company. So it could be any insurance, basically.
Okay, so why would the insurance company give you that?
Sorry?
Why would the insurance company give you access to that?
I think I can answer this. Actually, it's a customer to upload the policy to these apps. We are not get from any insurer. This is apps to uploading by the customer.
Okay, so the customer would do a document scan and upload into the app. So basically, the app would not have. It's just a pure storage. It's like Google Drive, right? There's no analytics or nothing that you can do on it because it's just an OCR scan. It's just a document scan.
Correct. Yes, give it to OCR. This whole thing we can do. Correct.
Okay. I have a question. How will you then help customers with claim if you're not connected to the insurance companies? Because that's one of the things that you said you'll be doing.
I think actually we know where the insurance for anyone, right? We can help them to tell you because the claim for all the insurance have the standardized guideline to do. Example, if you inside the insurance line, right? You every homepage, right? To mention how to do the claim. Actually, we know it. We tell them. We helping the customer to tell how to do the claims.
So you're not helping customer with the claims. You're just advising.
We are just saying, we just link back to them to go back to the
so then
yeah.
That statement is inaccurate. You need to change that. You're not going to help them with the claim process. You're just going to advise them on the claim process.
Yeah.
And in terms of your business model, you're only going to earn from your insurance premiums, the cut of insurance premium. So those who download the app and upload all their documents for reminder and whatever not, you don't earn anything from them?
Actually, we still have some basic there. Example, like we download the apps, we can get some additive to subscribe to this application. This is something we can get, but we are targeting for this commission base we can do for future because like the general side, is renewal by yearly. We can do more. Our target to do lah. But we still have the base, just as I mentioned, like how many percent downloaded to this app, we can get some commission for the Google Play Store or Google Store.
Okay.
So in your revenue model, basically, initially most people will just upload whatever insurance they already have. That is the starting point, and you are basically hoping that your customers will renew the insurance through you. Is that how it works?
Yes, we wish to help them as well, because when you do the article, we can know which your partner, like which brand from the insurer, so we can divert them to the other company to do the renewal for them, helping bank. Well, our objective is helping the customer easier, and then how to do the renewal as well.
Right. So you are also to this app work as a insurance broker lah.
Try to know. We are still helping the customer. My view still we go for customer base, helping the customer. Yeah.
Right. So in terms of the insurance, if you are not a broker, who pays the commission? The insurance pays the commission, or company, or you the customer?
We can do the referral, something like example when we have referral. We can take with others business like broker agent to do things. Means we refer back to them. If they continue to issue agent, they are give us the sum of the commission back. It's a referral. I can save something like referral fees.
Right. If it's a referral, that means you are just an intermediary, but your commission rate is actually quite high, isn't it?
Dependency by I think can see the dependency by the product. I think some is quite standard for the market.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sorry, just a very, very quick question. So does your solution work as you would say like a insurance policy aggregator?
Can be done as well, but that part we are not under this phase yet. We are just getting the data. We do the analyze from the customer, and then for future wise, I will suggest them what is your subject. I think the branding idea or customer behavior. Example, you how many car, or how many property, or I can detect your medical claim. The medical cover is less, so I can based on your data can recommending you, or you should put more your medical or retire plan, something else for future. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Team Polizzi. Next team we have is Team Carbon Free. When you're ready, can you please stop sharing your slides, Team Polizzi? Thank you. And Team Carbon Free, can you put that in presentation mode, please? Brilliant. Your time starts now.
Sorry, I didn't get to test my sound. Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Sorry, can you reset the time? Sorry. Yep.
Carry on. The time is already running.
Okay,
keep going.
hello. Oh, hi, everyone. What if I told you that you can redefine the way companies do their ESG? Let me start by telling you about Ali. This is Ali. Ali is a farmer, and Ali is looking for a way to increase his source of income to do more sustainable farming. Ali can do this by selling his carbon credits. However, in order to participate in the carbon trading market, Ali only has two options: to sell his entire project and credits to an agent, or pay a broker a large fee, both of which puts Ali at a financial disadvantage and makes it difficult for him to find credit buyers. As a result, Ali is discouraged from improving his agricultural practices or participating in green projects. So, how can we help Ali? Currently, there are 5 main players in the voluntary carbon market. With our solution, we will get rid of third-party agents using blockchain technology, allow universities and anyone in the green industry to verify and validate carbon offsets using a smart contract system. This enables us to reduce administrative and verification costs and legal liability. By incorporating tokenized carbon credits in the form of carbon-free tokens, we simplify the carbon trading process and ultimately create a global ecosystem where both the carbon credit producers and consumers are able to trade freely. This will enable not just Ali, but also you and me to develop our own green projects and sell our own carbon credits. As participation increases due to increased access, our platform will become a digital carbon bank that can provide a wider range of green projects for companies, organizations, governments, and individual consumers to invest in. By using blockchain technology, we can ensure accessibility, transparency, and promote a lifestyle where people are connected and engaged with each other and the environment.
So now the main question is, of course, right, does this make business sense? So Gloria can move the slide. So we did the market validation and sizing. So based on a report by Bain, the carbon offset economic opportunity in Southeast Asia is worth $10 billion. There are 15% more investment in companies with good sustainable ratings, and 71% surveyed by Morgan Stanley of global investors are interested in sustainable investing. Next slide. So in our product, right, we are basically going for 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, and we are scaling up. So in the phase 1, basically we're having the carbon trading platform. Then our revenue will be from transaction fees. Then phase 2, we scale up where we have the virtual communication platform, where we are basically engaging and joining the actors and stakeholders together, customized applications and APIs. So for example, AirAsia, their biggest carbon emission. So imagine they have API that know that writes on a platform. Then of course the revenue comes from the data, selling the data and corporate partnerships. Phase 3 and beyond, that means we are domain experts already. That we are going for ESG or CSR, program management, data analytics, and the revenue comes from there. So next slide, please.
Time's up. So if we could start the Q&A, please.
Let me start. What is your business model in terms of fees charged down to the necessary level?
Yeah, so Gloria, can you just go back to our revenue there? So yeah, just one step down. Yeah, so in the first phase, right, you can see the product, right, the carbon trading platform, they're going for transaction. So we're aiming around with 0.5%. And in the Bain report, right, out of the 10 billion, right, 9 billion is solely on the trading. So we're taking, as example, just a 5% of market share plus the transaction of 0.5%. So of course, this might not be sustainable for our company. So in the initial stages, we are looking for funding, of course, from the governments, the NGOs, and corporations. And phase 2, that's why we know we need to scale up. That's why we have the platform. We need to have partnerships with companies. Biggest emissions, I say AirAsia. Another one is, of course, Grab. Grab, yes, they have a platform, but how many cars are going? So if you are a person, right, you come to the company and say, yes, as I'm a passenger, I want to reduce my carbon footprint. AirAsia, as a passenger, I want to use the carbon footprint. So these companies, they have app, yes, I want to reduce this amount of carbon.
Yeah. So in terms of the transaction fees and what you're anticipating to charge for data, corporate partnership and all that, when do you anticipate break even?
This one, we still probably conceptualizing on the whole, of course, the profit and loss, but I think estimate might be 3 to 4 years time. But of course, it very much depends on the angel investors, the funding at the start there. Then the transaction fee, plus of course the corporates, how much.
Okay, I think Tony has some questions. I'll leave it with Tony.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, step 1 is who is going to educate the farmers on carbon trading, and what are the type of produce that will give them the best sort of value for the carbon trading rights or tokens, etc.
Yeah, we understand there's a bit of gap there between the farmers and the knowledge. That's why we want, in the first phase, as you can see, we want to engage the government and the local communities, basically the LGA, local government authorities. So with their help, right, they have associations like farmers associations and so on. They will come in and help these farmers, to onboard them to understand what you're doing is right. Yes, you're on the daily, you're doing the farming, but there is additional income for you that you can do the carbon trading. So other companies or individuals, they're interested, okay, I want to do some CSR, that's where they hop on it. So we're leveraging on the LGAs, governments and organizations to help these underprivileged or less knowledgeable people.
Well, you know that it's not easy to go through the government machinery. There is quite a big gap. Yeah.
But that's why that comes my background, plus my background in identity. I've managed major identity projects in the regions, especially in Africa there. So I do work with a lot of government and LGA, and that's where my experience comes in.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Any other questions, judges?
Blockchain. How are you going to use the blockchain in terms of the intermediaries? Can we go back to that slide where you're going to cancel out all the in-between people? What kind of blockchain are you looking at using, and how will this be onboarded onto your chain?
Maybe Gloria, you want to take this?
Yeah. So we are planning to base our blockchain on the Solana platform because compared to the other platforms like Ethereum, it is we believe that the fees are still quite low, and we will be using Oracle to also strengthen our smart contract, solidify our smart contract system.
Okay, and then how are you going to onboard these people into your ecosystem? They have to buy into your chain, and that means that you're reissuing credits based on tokens. Are you re-establishing the credit?
We just need to clarify now what is meant by re-establishing the credits.
Well, because you're reissuing the entire set of carbon credit into tokens, correct?
Yes, that's right.
That is then going to be transacted on a totally different platform, I'm assuming, based on what is current platforms, because you're not interacting with the usual ecosystem. So are you re-establishing this whole thing?
I think short answer, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, on that short answer, thank you very much. You can stop sharing your slide, that'd be great. Team Meta Charity is next. Could you stop sharing your slides, please? Yes, brilliant. Team Meta Charity, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your time starts now.
Okay, hi everyone. We are from Meta Charity, a blockchain donation platform. So in Meta Charity, we allocate donation and investment at the same time. So imagine for every dollar you donate to our fund, it helps to generate investment in return. So today, charity is a sunk cost. So by leveraging MFT, our investment model encourages active participation from our donors. So most importantly, we ensure our business stay sustainable and also profitable. So how could we do that? So I'll let my team member, Lisa, to share the insight of our project. Over to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Stephen. So how does it work? Basically, we are a blockchain company that we are raising funds to blockchain by selling the NFT. Why we are choosing NFT? Basically, NFT, there is come with a secondary market that we can churn and also to generate our royalty fee from the secondary market. In order for us to sustain, we are going to partner with the local artists to launch our very first Genesis series of 10,000 pieces of NFT in Malaysia. We are using Malaysia NFT platform in order to boost out the Malaysian economy and also to encourage on crypto business. In Pentas.io, slowly we're going to expand our business into OpenSea as well. We are not only launching one, but we are launching multiple series of NFT collection to make it even more valuable with the subsequent series as well. How can we do that? We are using influencer to come up with a very aggressive marketing strategy to attract people to come and donate, to change the mindset of donation is a sunk cost. Donation today is no longer a sunk cost that we donate out and we do not generate any investment. So how can we do that? 30% of our operating profit will channel to donation, charity. Next slide, please. So when it comes to our business projection, our initial capital, we are looking into $1 million USD. We will allocate our cost into operation, development, marketing, and advertising costs as well. Projected revenue from the 10,000 very first series only, from the 10,000 pieces of NFT, worth of 0.4 BNB each. In the total first launch of sales, it will generate top line revenue of 2.2 million USD. We haven't talked about the revenue, the loyalty fee yet. When it comes to the charity, how are we going to allocate? We were going to allocate 30% profit to Women AIDS organization. That is our first team, and that is our first team to empower women on gender equality. When it comes to the ROI, we are giving 12.5% per quarter. That will be on a consistent, every quarter, our investor will be getting 12.5% in return. So when it comes to payback period, it will be less than 2 years. That's based on our business projection. So when it comes to the final, we're going to conclude our presentation today, which is smart donation with Meta Charity NFT by supporting women gender equality. We're going to open the Q&A session to the judges.
Questions, please.
I guess I have to start, right? Since it's up my alley.
Yeah, Jasmine, this is your thing. So I'm not even gonna lie, yeah.
Both women and charity and NFT. Okay, you are it's an interesting solution that you are coming up with, and you're asking for $1 million to start this business, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you're gonna base your NFT on BNBs.
Yep, because firstly, we are all Malaysian. We wanted to support Malaysian, which is a pentas.io. They are mainly trading via BNB currency.
But you know that Binance is outlawed, right?
Sorry? Pardon?
You know that Binance is not allowed to operate in Malaysia, right?
Yes, we can still trade with MetaMask and the rest of the other wallet as well. CK, maybe you can answer the particular question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, sorry. I think the thing like what Lisa mentioned, of course, we have identified Pentas. Of course, we can always use OpenSea, Variable, and other marketplace as well.
Yeah.
And of course, we can also have cross change. It doesn't have to be on Binance Smart Change. We can be on Ethereum. It can be on Solana. But it's just an initial concept that we come up with.
Okay, because yeah, you know, if you're going to propose this, it should at least be easy for people to bid, right, on Pentas and for them to trade on the BNB. Can you go back to your charity slide now? Okay, how will you obtain this ROI of 12.5%?
Can we go back to the last slide, Shui? Thank you. Yes, we have our business projection. Maybe CK, hand it over to you to run through in terms of the whole business model.
Yep, sure. Thanks, Lisa. So basically, I think as you can see here, I mean, there's a lot of numbers here. So basically, 12.5% means that as a capital provider, which I expect the judge to put in the money here. So we actually, from the projection, we actually can pay you 10.5% return per quarter, which is here, after the launch of the NFT, right? So basically, after 1 year, your so-called return is around 50%, a non-compounded basis. And of course, with the very, very conservative projection, we only assume to have a 10% royalty fee on the secondary market. And also, we only assume 20% of the trading volume for our project versus the most recent woman team NFT that has been launched in the marketplace. Even with paying you 12.5% per quarter, at the end of 1 year, we still have an excess of $1.5 million US.
So this is based on the assumption that the NFT market will always be on a growth and that the NFTs you produce will always be in demand.
Of course, yes, that's a very good question. Of course, this is the first, I think like Lisa mentioned, this is a Genesis launch. And of course, we will work with other local artists as well. And of course, this is the first step. The first launch is purely based on the NFT with the local artists. And of course, we have plans to have club membership. We're going to work with some club to let the NFT holders to have access to certain club membership by being our holder. And of course, the second is we can work with merchants, like for example, Royal Selangor, we can introduce tokenization on the second stage of our project to basically incentivize more trading volume on our project to generate more royalty fee.
Okay, so this is where your selection of artists will be very important because then they become your stable horses, isn't it? So how is there a selection criteria in that sense?
Of course. I mean, like example, maybe just allow me to quote you an example. I know time is running out. For example, like Red Hongyi and Kenji Chai has launched they worked with Time Magazine to launch, I think, NFT in collaboration with Time Magazine. And of course, because our project is purely for charity, and of course, it's also marketing for them as well to join our project, right? And of course, for young artists, it could be a marketplace for them to market themselves as well. So I guess we have a lot of synergy to work with the local artists, and I'm sure they'll be happy to join us for this very honorable project.
Thank you.
Very good. And there you go. If you go into the NFT, Jasmine will have questions for you. Moving on. Thank you. Moving on to team number 3. There we go. Your slides are up. When you're ready, please proceed.
So hi guys, I'm Brian from Micro InsurTech, and today I'm here with my co-founders, Daisy, Lawrence, Kate, Hakim, and Tu, where we are a team of professionals who are here today to propose to you a fast, easy, and basic way to microinsurance, or otherwise known as FIBA for short, because who doesn't like a catchy acronym nowadays, right? So next slide, please. I will dive right straight into the agenda of today, where we will go through our problem statement, background, proposed solution, conclusion, and Q&A session. So our problem statement can be broken down into 2 parts. So next slide. Our problem statement can be broken down into 2 parts: the lack of microinsurance for the underserved or unserved segmentation, and the lack of distribution channels and relatively high acquisition costs for this segmentation and products. And next slide, please. Just a little bit more into our business background. We'll be targeting 3 main markets: Malaysia, Singapore, and Vietnam, where Vietnam will be our biggest initiative and driver for growth. I will now pass the floor to Kate.
Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Kate. So yeah, to cut it short, maybe I just tell you a story. So I know for those unserved and underserved population, it's kind of like difficult for them to get insurance coverage. Okay, and this is like proven by statistics in Malaysia, in Vietnam countries. So imagine you have a mobile apps, okay, where you have all these micro insurance. Okay, so those people from the villages, they can just compare those micro insurance products in these mobile apps, and then they can buy the micro insurance coverage from the mobile apps itself. So they buy it when they want to claim, they do it through the apps. So in order to penetrate into the market, we think about this token referral system. That's in let's say, yeah, today I get 1 month coverage, but maybe next month, these are like rural areas that doesn't have enough money. So they doesn't have enough money to pay for the next month coverage. So maybe they just refer 10%. So in order to get the next month coverage for themselves. So this is basically the main ideas. So next one, I pass it to Hakim.
All right, the business model here covers something like takaful or donation and insurance as well. And here there are basic products to cover, covering life, accident, the car, motorcycle, and fire and flood for the householders. As you can see here, per month is very minimal. It's very economical and reasonable. Can be as low as $1 per month up to $8 per month to cover all these products. That's why the model here does not only keep contained or confined to premium, but we allowed for any donation from the participants or policy holders or other donators. So this is our solution for the problem statement. First is to ensure the underserved and unserved.
Wrap up your pitch, please.
Yeah.
Wrap up your pitch.
Yeah. And then the online distribution channel would be the cost-effective way to penetrate various markets. In the appendix, the details on the visualization, the projection, as well as the market that we are covering.
Let's move to the Q&A.
Sure.
Judges.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, I actually have a bit of I'm struggling a little bit in terms of really trying to understand what are you pitching here exactly. Is it a micro insurance platform?
Yeah, it's kind of like a micro insurance platform where to put it in layman term, it's kind of like we are the broker. So we provide this platform for those people, to those underserved population, to buy micro insurance product from our platform.
Targeted in Malaysia?
Yeah, so Malaysia is one of our target, of course.
We go by phase. There are 3 population that we are targeting. Their bottom 20 is a priority, but donation can be coming from other income levels.
What is your go-to-market strategy?
Again?
What is your go-to-market strategy? How are you, how do you expect that you're going to be able to, get in, I think, what you say 3.3% of the 30 million population? in Malaysia, right? How do you expect these people to sign up to your platform?
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I can answer that.
Yeah.
Okay, for this one, actually, I did a research. I think, I'm no offense, I think religion's platform is a very, very good way, because I did really like go to visit mosques and temple. And yes, I would say they give a very, very good platform for us to reach to the community. Okay, especially those like come from Malaysia. I'm sure you go to some kampong areas, for sure there's a masjid there, and for sure there's some temple, church there, which is there helping the community. And whatever we are pitching now actually is not something like we just want to get money from them, but as you can see, the whole thing, the microinsurance, is beneficial to their members. So I think that could be a very good, how to say, a place where we can penetrate into the market.
Yeah, and just to add, as intermediary, we will work together with partners from insurance and takaful operators.
Sorry, you didn't exactly answer my question, but who are exactly your target segment? Do you have an age range that you're targeting?
Yes.
We don't have an age range, but we have the income level as the target segment, because this is a micro insurance. It's like a very, very minimum protection. So we are not saying like the normal people, we want to get a death benefit of like 1 million or 2 million. It's like really, really minimum. It could be like, 10,000 is just enough to cover their funeral, so that touch wood is something bad happened to the family members or someone. So the family members don't feel panic. Like, yeah, at least I got something to really cover to settle those things, like the emergency, the needs part.
Okay, other judges, do you have questions?
My concern is actually the affordability, because you are talking about people on very low income, and even at in Malaysia, 500 US is 2,000 ringgit. So at 2,000 ringgit with the cost of living here is actually they won't have much spare money, even though they know the importance of insurance. Thank you.
That is why the business model here that we have does not confine to only premium by the participant, but it will be supplemented by the donation and the other contribution. So other income group or level can actually participate in this to actually support this. And as we grow this further, probably with the more growing donation and contribution, the price can be made more economical and according to the local market.
I believe the Malaysian government, or at least some government, is already doing this as a contribution for the lower income group protection, if I'm not mistaken. So this is already being done.
Okay, maybe I can answer. That is actually My Salam. Yeah, you are right. There's actually My Salam. Okay, but I think the My Salam one is more on hospitalization. So, and yes, this is something which is being pushing by Bank Negara Malaysia, which is called Pelindungan Tenang, which actually Bank Negara Malaysia want the insurance company to come up with their micro insurance product. And to clarify, we are not, as our company, we are not pitching to sell it, to create our own insurance product. We are actually collaborating with this insurance company and takaful company, because they are also having problems in pushing their micro insurance product, because their agent doesn't want to do it. Yeah, because they have their existing insurance product, right? So their agent wouldn't want to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, and the acquisition cost or commission structure is quite expensive for other distribution channel. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Team 3. Moving on forward with team number 2. Thank you, Team 3.
Testing. Hello.
Brilliant.
Okay.
You're up, Team 2. Your time starts now.
Okay, sure. Hello, thank you everyone for coming today. We, Team 2, consists of Selvi, Sylvia, Musin, and myself will be presenting our pitch. For those who don't really understand Malay, makan minum basically means eat and drink. So next slide. So basically what we're seeing right now, based on the latest figure in 2020, the tourist arrival to Malaysia dropped significantly from 26 million to 4 million, a drop of more than 80% compared to 2019. We still yet to obtain updated figure for 2021, but we believe the result won't be much better. This can be evidenced by next slide. So as you can see from latest news, there's a further loss of tourist expenditure in 2021 compared to 2020 due to little business and job loss. So what we are seeing here right now is that many players within the industry are suffering. We are talking about hawkers, traders, souvenir shop, tour guide, travel, transportation, etc. They are not able to sustain. These are due to pandemic, variants, and lockdown. People are getting more careful and cautious in going out. It is getting more costlier due to additional costs such as quarantine, testing, etc. With the additional costs being considered, people are looking for value for money on their travel experience. And we can see tourist strategy has not evolved much, as it is still mainly relying on some taglines such as Cuti Malaysia. We need to find a new way to kickstart and revitalize the industry and to compete with other regional players. So what we are doing is to connect between the business and traveler, to become the trusted platform between the parties and to provide better experience, accurate travel and cultural information to travelers. We incentivize the traveler to go out. So how we'll be doing is that we basically try to utilize the feature of NFT on blockchain to link them with respective local destination and cultural experience. We are rewarding traveler with NFT. So basically, right now we are saying that the NFT that will be reward the traveler for being there at the local destination, for attending the events or classes, basically to get the cultural experience, are basically collectible and tradable in open market. There will be also additional benefits such as able to attend certain exclusive events. So this is basically our business model. We will work with different parties. We will collaborate with local artists to produce artwork they will link to specific destination, cultures, and mean that into an NFT. Each NFT will be unique as there will be certain element in the artwork that can be randomized, such as the color. For those travelers that went to destination or attended classes or event, we will reward them with NFT. And we also will be utilize the feature of smart contract. When the NFT are being traded in open market, each party will get their portion of the royalty fee as well as the sales. Tourists and users will get their share from the sales. Local artists will get their royalty fee for being recognition of their artwork. Business will get their share for, royalty fee to maintain and sustain. Even us, the platform, will get our royalty fee as well. So these are our roadmap. So basically, we'll be focusing B2P at the start, subsequently B2C. Ultimately, we are looking for expansion outside Malaysia, like Southeast Asia, Asia, and ultimately globally.
Wrap up your points, please.
We also consider ourselves in current market whereby existing players are offering similar products such as Airbnb, Crave, and others. We position ourselves uniquely whereby we are targeting those who are tech savvy, want more unique cultural experience, as well as those who seek value for money. This is our team, and we open question to floor. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what is your investment requirement as a starting point?
Honestly, we haven't really validated the details figure. Of course, from our side, it will be as much as we can, because we can scale up big if you can get more investment. But if let's say the investment will be small, we can start at small scale as well.
Okay. And then, but if you've not worked out, so this is basically conceptual, huh?
Yeah, true.
Okay. Conceptually, it looks interesting. Coming back to the NFT, you're basically pre-selling experiences. When you look at this model, I would suggest you look at Alibaba's C-Trip, how you pre-purchase your tour experiences prior to even leaving your country. I can't ask many questions here simply because you don't have the full-fledged business case just yet. But if you want to pursue this further, do look at Alibaba's C-Trip concept. It's interesting. You can use this and replace, instead of merchandise, look at it from an NFT point of view. And the one item that you may have missed out to consider is a form of metaverse in the event the lockdown does happen again, and how the local artists, businesses can profit from metaverse participation. Now that would be an interesting proposal to look at. Thank you.
Understand. Thank you.
Any other questions from judges?
I don't have any question, but I do have to agree with Jasmine's point of view as well. Yeah, because we don't really see the metaverse element in there. So I think conceptually this is interesting, but I think you need to put a bit more thought into it. Yeah.
Understand. Okay.
Tony or Danny?
Interesting. I think it can be developed further. Yeah, I agree with Shamin.
I went through this session with them, so I've beaten them to death a bit. So I won't do it again.
There you go. At least you're pointed in the right direction. There's more work to be done, but that's pretty good. If that's all there is, thank you very much. Let's move on with the next team, the brainstormers. This is the final team. I believe Vanessa is going to lead the charge. There we go. Your time starts now.
Hiring a domestic helper is never easy. Salva had to pay $500, and Joy, his helper, had to pay $800 alone in admin fees just before she could start work. However, they only got this price because Salva himself is very familiar with the processes. Most people go through agents and have to pay 10 times that amount. What makes matters worse is that for most of the over 240,000 helpers in Singapore who need to go through agents, they would need to take loans. Our solution is to connect potential employers, employees, and licensed moneylenders to enable cross-border employment opportunities. Here's how it works. So Joy can go to our app, create an account, fill in the KYC, and make a post to list her services. Salva can now browse through the profiles of potential helpers and contact them through the platform. Once they agree to the terms, Salva, who is a premium user and has access to our platform's contract templates, can generate a contract for Joy to sign. Based on Joy's profile type, our platform will show her the steps needed to get the clearances to commence work in Singapore. Now, most foreign workers don't have the money on hand to pay for travel, visa permits, etc. But our platform features licensed moneylenders as well, and they can connect with the moneylenders from both their host country and the home country based on the loan amount, terms, and risk appetite. Fast forward to after Joy has been working for a month, Salva can now pay Joy through our integrated payment partners on our platform, and as she receives her first payment through the platform, the loan and platform fees have been subtracted, saving her hassle, giving the moneylenders peace of mind, and ensuring payment for our services. Over to you, Adeline.
Thanks, Ray. Turning our attention to the financial forecast, the first year is projected to be lowest earning as project kicks off, despite having conservative estimates for audiences and job matches. Thereafter, with the gradual expansion of industry and geographical coverage, we'll be seeing a steady year-on-year growth. Moving on to our project scaling plans. For our future expansion plans, we are looking to introduce microinsurance and finance-related courses, which will be within reach to foreign workers across various industries and geographies, and expansion beyond existing host countries. In the future, instead of just money lenders, we hope to connect with other investors such as banks and P2P lenders. Vanessa, over to you.
Thanks, Ed. So this is an overview of our business model where we'll be zooming in on pertinent points. Our value proposition is to help foreign workers by cutting out the middleman, providing cost-efficient recruitment and risk-reduced microlending. We have three main customer segments: foreign workers seeking employment, businesses or households seeking manpower, both at a lower cost, and licensed money lenders. We plan to boost the relationship through our customer tier system and chatbots via on-the-ground marketing, our website, and social media platforms. Our key partners are service providers including payment gateway, payroll, and IT services. Our main revenue streams include monthly subscriptions, transactions commissions, and earning from added features such as microinsurance. Expenses would include areas like advertising and marketing, outsourced services, i.e. payment and IT, and application building, maintenance, and upgrading. Next slide, please. So here we have our competitive landscape. Next, our competitive landscape, compliance, risk, and mitigation. Feel free to ask us on any of these areas in the Q&A session. Thank you.
Thank you. And we've come to the Q&A session. Judges?
Sorry, how do you vet through the foreign employees?
I'm sorry, I'm not quite getting your question.
How do you, I mean, so basically how do you know that, you know, these workers, right, are actually legit workers and they don't have any issues, right? You know, from their originating countries before they actually come into the designated country. before the.
Okay, so
before
to answer your question, Charmaine, basically at the point of sign up, all of them are actually going through a KYC portal. So upon subscription, each and every one of them actually go through a KYC due diligence on their side. So for employees, there's a separate screening mechanism which is done for them. Same goes for the employers as well as the moneylenders. And like we've mentioned, the moneylenders would be purely licensed moneylenders. So to answer your question, in terms of the if you're wondering how are we to ascertain, there's no bad records, we are screening them based on MOM records. If they are existing, if they are ex, for example, for Singapore, if they are ex-employees of Singapore, Singapore would have a track record of their history that's being screened, as well as we'll check reports to see if there's any negative information on them.
Okay, so this is targeted Singapore?
Sorry, for a start, we are targeting Singapore for now. As we progress, we will be reaching out to the other regions, but that's subjected to the regulations as well.
Okay. Is this only for existing, following up to In's question, for existing foreign workers? What about those that are new that you cannot KYC them?
Okay, for new helpers, we would not be able to screen their past history, and there's no way, even for the current market, which is the agents are being involved, there is no way for them to actually have a screening. So what we do is, on an added basis, we are actually screening them on a personal level. So based on their country, their name, and their location, we're actually screening if they have any criminal records. The usual KYC approach is taken on them. But ultimately, because this is foreign domestic helpers, for fresh cases, there is no a KYC portion to it, even to today. There isn't a possible way.
How do you inspire trust?
Sorry?
How do you inspire trust from both the foreign workers as well as the employer? Because as a foreign domestic helper, you are admitting somebody into your home that is high risk, one, so they need to trust your platform. And then for the employee, the one who's coming in from overseas, because there's been quite a number of scams that's happened, they also need to trust your platform. How are you going to market that?
Right. So to reach out on that, what we are actually doing is we are being transparent, where the communication can be conducted on a chatbot in our app itself. That would give a comfort because there's some communication happening between them. It would have an added benefit because we would be a registered company. We are registered in Singapore. We are also licensed because of the fact that we fall into the regime of account because of the we are involved in the payment services. We are also taking charge of the payroll. We are to be licensed under the PS Act, which is regulated by the regulators of Singapore. So that's one portion. The other portion is building the relationship between the employer and the employee, which is, as of now, which is already done between the agency and the employee. There is no possibility where you can expect perfections. So it's just purely a trust per se. To build additional trust, we are also factoring in the loan per se, which is not now, at this moment, it's not available. Another thing to tack on is the amount which is being paid. That's our tag. That's actually our major tagline. We are reducing the agent payment, which is of a huge value, and this would benefit both sides, employer and employee.
What will happen if the maid runs away? Because then there will be no payment to be made by the employer, and also the money lender will not be able to get the return on his loan.
Right. So for this, we have actually factored in at the point of sign up, and if they decide to if they decide to get a loan from the organization, what we would actually do is it would automatically prompt them to be linked with microinsurance. And one of our portals is to include microinsurance into the portal. So there would be an insurance tag to it. In addition to that, we are actually managing their payroll. So as soon as the employer contracts with the employee, we are managing their payroll, and the deductions will be made upfront.
Wrap up your point, please.
Once the salary is paid, we would make the necessary payments to the moneylenders as well as the employee.
Thank you. Thank you very much, team brainstormers. Now we will be placing the judges into their big breakout room for the deliberation session. Thank you all teams. You did very well to handle the pitch, the questions, the time limits, me yelling and making a whole bunch of noise. So my job now is to have a bit of a Q&A session with a lot of you while the judges deliberate. We are going to be assigning the judges over, but how has this been for the lot of you? The hard work has been done. If I can encourage you to turn on your computer video cameras, that would be great. This is the last session, the last official session. All the hard work has been done. Anybody feel free to unmute yourself, and I see a love heart. Should we need some sleep? Okay, good. Anyone else?
It's awesome. It was a bit tiring. I think all of us everyone had a job. They were doing something or another. But we made the time to come for the classes because there's value when we want to learn. So thank you so much for your time and effort, team in Fort Ninja. Without you guys, we wouldn't have learned as much as we could.
Absolutely, thank you.
Agree with Faisal, and we enjoyed the classes so much, and a lot of hard work, to be honest, and we learned so much, which is a great eye-opening for all of us. Yeah. Thank you for all the effort.
Thank you. How has the preparation been for the pitches? I see Lisa laughing.
It was fun. It was really fun to learn something which is very new. We all came from, four of us, the majority of the team member, we came from insurance industry, but we just don't want to do insurance, but we just want to learn something that is very new to us, which is NFT. Thank you, CK. Thank you so much.
Very good. Let's hear from our friends from Papua New Guinea. Maybe McClary.
Yeah, in fact, when you asked the first question, I was going to say I'm ready to go to get a drink now.
I already started.
We are independent and we're free.
Exactly. I'm free after tonight.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. I guess the challenge in putting up the pitch is for me was choosing which decks to line up, and then which understanding, and then putting them in the sequence, and then pulling the ideas together that would be relevant for the deck. So that was something that kept me awake for the past days.
Very good. Selvi, good to see you here again. You champion. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Anyone else? How has your experience been for this whole entire 5-week session? Anyone else?
Maybe it's from me because I have zero background for fintech. So many classes that I cannot really catch up because I don't really understand it, to be honest. But many classes I quite enjoy, even though I didn't ask anything because mostly I either drove or I don't know what to ask, seriously. But I enjoy a lot with my group for Direct Fresh. We have a really good mix. It's so fun. And of course, late night discussion, morning discussion. So it's, and also thank you for the team, for Ninja team. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Anyone else? Share your thoughts.
Yeah, can I just say thank you to the Fort Ninja team? I really appreciate the effort by Siri, Jenna, and also Stella as well. They have been really great. The class is very intense. The past 1 month, it feels like a couple of months have passed by. It's like, I don't know what's going on, and we have graduated, but we have spent a lot of time in researching and discussions. but it has been fun. So thank you very much. Thank you.
So what you will find after today, the next 1 week is just going to be hyper weird for you, because you're going to be looking back and you feel that something's missing, right? So my advice is hit the gym, get healthy before Christmas comes and everybody puts on weight, right? Anybody else? How about our friends across the causeway? Anybody want to share your views? My Singaporean friends, where are you? No? Okay, what's been the hardest part in the Q&A session?
What's your business model? How you make money?
Zubair?
Very fast. Actually, the hardest part is actually to pitch in 3 minutes. I never done a 3 minutes presentation, so it's quite challenging for me, for the team lah, basically. But it's a good experience. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now you all have a bit of a taste to pitch to board of directors. So when you all do reach that level and you have to pitch, senang lah, easy peasy, right? Okay, I'm going to call on a couple of names now. How about from Christine? How's your experience like?
Super intense class. I think I share the same thoughts as what Nasini shared earlier. Because I come from banking, it is good to hear a lot. I think I really enjoyed learning about not so much on the tech part, but more on like the business mindsets that the speakers had to share, like how they actually really, like, from an insurance, not but everybody thinks about insurance and want to buy insurance, but they actually thought of how to package it and sell it like a go-to like product, right? So I thought that was something that I really learned. Yeah, but it was a very, very intense class. We were very short and then we had so many things to learn.
Yep. So in cohort 1, there was an average of 12 and a half hours a week of study. That's pretty much a part-time job. And they stuck through it, and they're obviously our alumni and ambassadors now. So we were informed that it was too much, and we toned it down right until cohort number 4. So you all have had it a good match. I wouldn't say it's too easy, but it is there to push you. Let's hear from maybe Mazan. How has this experience been for you? Muhammad Mazan. No? Yes.
Sorry. It's a good experience for me. I come from an insurance background, but I learned much on others things, digital things. So yeah, pretty good experience for me to learn new things.
We'll go to Lawrence. What's been your favorite subject? What instructor taught you the most?
I think it was the first session covered by Jay, touching upon areas market outside of Malaysia. And what I really liked was, it's very humbling experience that he shared. The challenges that he goes through, and he didn't fix all the problem, right? And he's still in the mix of discovery. There were failures, and sharing those what I call very genuine. And that's what I enjoy the most, to be honest.
Okay. Going to Sheng Si. So this is your second round. You signed up for 2 rounds of torture. How has this in terms of comparison?
Can't really say in terms of comparison. But obviously my personal feel is that on the previous cohort it was I think slightly more classes, but this cohort is as much is like about the same classes, just maybe slightly toned down a bit, like what you said earlier. Yeah, I gained a lot. every cohort is different. I think the syllabus this cohort is like I won't say totally different, but at least majority is different from the last one. So yeah, every time you learn something. Yeah.
Nicely done. Going on to Brian, who's in Adelaide with me as well. How have you found all the classes? Which has been your favorite?
Probably mine would be ESG, because I do a lot of investing and trading. And I've always tried to incorporate ESG into like my investing philosophy. So that was really interesting. And yeah, now that we're done, the past 2 months was really crazy. I just graduated, started a new job, and then I come back to Fort Ninja. So, yeah, just thankful that I have a little bit of time now.
That's right, we've rise high, haven't you?
Yeah.
Very good. Now we go to the man with the radio voice, Peng Peng, with his very clear, articulated voice.
Sorry.
What's going to be how are you going to celebrate the end of classes?
Overtime work. As we speak, I'm actually replying some emails. So it has been a great journey to study together with all the cohorts and learning about these new solutions out there in the markets, which are actually addressing the practical issues or the problems of the users. And because I have 6 years of experience in startups, and I understand the kind of hardship and challenges along the journey of establishing a business. So it's definitely a pleasure to see all these comrades working towards their respective goals and making the utmost efforts to do that.
There you go. Do your like buttons to agree with me if Peng Peng should be on CNBC Asia or at least CNA or something, right? Give us a show of hands. Good to see Clement is back. So Clement had to go first and do the pitch presentation with Rachel and his team and all that, and then go off to a class and then come back. We're just catching up on things now that all the hard work's done. How has this experience been for you, Clement?
Probably have another 2 minutes before I need to jump off the call. I think it was amazing in a sense that the teammate presentation. I enjoyed working with different people like Ari, Lisa, and even Selvi for arranging the calls. It was quite hectic, but I think in terms of the networking, it was awesome. And this experience wouldn't have been possible, if not for Fort Ninja. But of course, there are some hiccups along the way. But I'm glad to be part of this this course. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Clement. And last question for Kaylee, who I see a lot of her questions on the chat. How's this? What was your favorite class so far?
Well, for me, I like the first session a lot from Jagan and also from Anchor. And actually, I like all of the classes. I wish I could have more classes, actually. Yes,
secret announcement. There's going to be 1 week of more classes.
And I'm offered. Yes. So it's been an experience and it's been wonderful for me. I think it's been a pivoting journey as well, because I have always wanted to be in technology or in fintechs, and without Fort Ninja, I won't have this experience. And I think it's a long way to go, and it's just a starting point for me. And I've been so grateful for everyone as well, and it's been a great experience. And also thank you to everyone at Fort Ninja, all the ambassadors, all the presenters, and the team, and also my CFC team as well. It's been a great journey.
Thank you very much. We are going over to the judges now. A quick thank you to Sumi. She's helping us with the ambassador managing the time. She's calling us from Myanmar, obviously, and we also have V from Vietnam. Now, I'll pass this over to the judges to walk us through their decisions.
Did you all take group picture yet?
No, we have not. We'll do
Yep,
that
I think
after.
let's do that now.
Oh, okay.
Because some of them are jumping off.
Okay. So group picture. Everybody,
Last
cameras
one
on.
for the cohort.
Last one. Give us your best smile. And cameras on, please. Danny, Tasneem, Susanna, Sweetman. Okay, this is going to be page 1. This is going to be from Vanessa to Mohsin. Big smiles. Okay, page 1 is done. One sec. Okay, now it's for page number 2. Page number 2 is going to be from Justin Bieber to Audrey. Big smiles. Okay. Yes, don't go off. I know you all traditionally like to run off after picture taking. Now is the judges session. So I'll call upon the judges and let me feature all of you.
Yeah, so I think we will be announcing the awards and also comments on the pictures. What we're going to make a few announcements. Number 1 is after this, you will receive your certificate. So please watch out for your email. Second one is if you filled the form, we'll be processing your reimbursement if you successfully graduate. And the third one is we've also started to elect ambassadors. If you are interested to be ambassador, please reach out and email to me, jenna@fortninja.com, or message me on Discord. Obviously, we will be this again every 6 months. If you're keen to join again as a participant, feel free to do so as well. So can I call upon Tony? Tony, can you announce the first announcement?
Right, a bit of drum roll. Right, I've been given the honor and the privilege to announce the winner of the best pitch. And the winner is our friends from Papua New Guinea. The
Awesome! Congratulations, Kutari.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that is the best pitch. Tony, any comments on Kutari?
Yes, I think basically the judges had a look at all the presentations and they're all very good. You all have put on a lot of effort and we thank you for that. And we certainly hope that you actually got a lot more out of what compared to what you put in. Yeah, and I caught the bit of a tail end of the conversation conducted by Fang. And I think generally the comments, the feedback is very good. Now, insofar as Kutari is concerned, in the context of more developed markets, etc., what they are presenting, what they are suggesting as a solution is something which we already have and already gone past and we've moved on to bigger and better things. But in the context of the market in Papua New Guinea, we think that it is a very good solution for the underserved, underbanked over there. Thank you.
Thank you and congrats, Kutari. So now on to the next announcement. Can we have Charmaine?
Hi, everyone. So the best team goes to, okay, I can't do a drum roll. Meta Charity. Congratulations.
Congrats, Meta Charity.
Meta Charity.
Charmaine, any comments on this?
Yeah, okay, definitely. So I think, just to reiterate what Tony has mentioned, I think everyone has done really well. So, congratulations to you guys, even though that, yeah, I mean, if you're not going to win anything tonight, right? I think you're all going to go home as winners. And, I think this cohort, we actually do see a lot of interesting pitches. But I think, we're not saying that the rest of the team didn't stand out, but I think Meta Charity stand out a little bit because we like how you work together as a team and backing each other up when, we were grilling you with questions and all that. So do be reminded that this is actually very important during any pitches in real life, because it doesn't mean that if you are the team leader or it doesn't mean that you're the main presenter, you're the only one that is required to speak. So if any team members know how to chip in and chime in, right, actually that would always be a best pitch, because this is what investors are looking for as well. They're looking for the synergy between the team members before they invest as well. So that's my comment. But congrats again to Meta Charity.
Thank you, Charmaine. And next, Danny.
Hi guys, great job everyone. As what mentioned by Charmaine and Tony. A few comments before I announce the winner for the best fintech techfin, i.e. best idea per se. This is our fourth cohort, right? And I've been judged. I mean, we've been the judge for all four. And what I can tell you is the pictures have improved a lot. The presentation have improved. Over time, either through the whole ambassadorship, mentorship, and all that we have done from also probably from the organization standpoint. I mean, let's put it this way: when we first did our first one, of course, naturally we were not that organized as what we are today. But generally, the pictures, the organization is superb, right? And we used to, I'm sure some of you know that. I think last time we used to do 5 minutes speech, if I'm not wrong, in the third cohort. Yep. And now we can cut it down to 3 minutes. Giving you guys more pressure, more real life. I guess the fifth cohort will be 1 minute, as real as it can be. But I mean, that's how things are, and you guys managed to match up to it, right? So, and the other, on the idea perspective, a lot of ESG, a lot of blockchain, more diverse ideas. Also, I guess over time, in our 2 years, if I vaguely remember, the first cohort, we tend to have quite streamline into payments and stuff like that. It's quite rigid in terms of the ideas. Now we're getting very, very diverse, and which makes judging harder, because how can you compare one idea which is totally, I mean, from insurance to crypto to lending to NFT? I mean, yeah, it's all totally different business, right? But the good thing is we have more diversity today, right? The other thing that I wanted to also mention on the side is basically presentation is very important. How you present is very important, right? That's why we have best speech, best teamwork, because you have that few minutes, in your case, 8 minutes, to show what you can do. Real life, you probably have less, right? So I'm very particular in, let's say if you're on a call, make sure your videos are on, make sure you do not do things like this when you're answering questions. I'm going to tell those people that, I mean, we are not in school anymore. Even in school, you shouldn't be doing that, okay? So first impression matters, right? Today, we get away with not needing to wear suits. Even in pitch days today, you can actually do a Mark Zuckerberg and walk out with a black t-shirt and jeans, and people say, whoa, you're the man, right? So we can minus those things already. But the overall presentation, you need to align it with what the times are, okay? And who you are, your place in it. It is as important as that. You may have the best idea, best pitch. If you go in there wrong, late, there goes your idea, okay? So the best idea, best fintech, techfin goes to CFC.
Congrats, CFC.
Okay, from my judge perspective, I'll tell you this. I mean, it's actually real. I've already just recently spoken to someone who's going to start this. So if you guys want to join them or partner with them, please reach out to me. They're literally people talking about this. I did post some questions to them, which I didn't post to you guys. Then they're still thinking about it, whether to at the back they actually trade the cryptos or not, or basically just keep it in store and use it as a, what they call it, the term to sell it to exchange for cash out and stuff like this. But idea is there. Doesn't mean that the other ideas are not there, right? There are a lot. I mean, there's 5 or 6 more that I actually would like to look into, right? But anyway, CFC, you're the winner. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And last but not least, Jasmine, any comments for today or some of the teams that you have saw the pictures?
Well, I would like to congratulate every single team, all 11 of you guys that came in today. I mean, none of you were short. I'll tell you that compared to some of the pitches that I have seen even out there, you guys are awesome. But it is true. I would suggest at the board level that come next cohort, pitches may be shortened to 1 minute. So those who are ambassadors and mentors for the next cohort, you got your work cut out for you. But let me just say that everybody was great. We could see the teamwork. The quality has definitely improved. I can tell you it was not easy playing judge at the back. Some of the bickering and some of the, hey, you know, I thought this was better, and no, what about that, and so on and so forth. So every name was represented, let me just say that. So everybody had their strengths and weaknesses, but we had to only choose 3. Everybody's idea was great. There are some whom I think have legs if you want to really explore it into an actual startup. If there is passion in the team to carry through the idea, you should explore further and come talk to some of the guys in the ambassador program or the mentor program, or even those of us sitting, you know, as boards, whatever that we are. So well done. Looking forward to cohort 5. Those of you who graduated, congratulations. Yay.
Congrats, everyone. So what's going to happen is your certificate will be delivered to you, e-certificate. We will be also doing a graduation ceremony as well, as we did last time. There will be some hangouts that's going to happen. So some countries have physical hangouts already. Your Discord also, you will suddenly see other channels popped up because you graduated. So at first you can't really see some of the channels. You will be also, you'll be able to reach out to other cohorts as well. So the Discord that you are in, it will add future cohorts as well. So that will be the channel that we're going for. So there'll be future hangouts and activities that we will be announcing for next year. So that's it. Congratulations, everyone. Cohort 4, you made it. And again, we are very, very happy and proud that you have joined us in the beginning. It is tough. We understand that a lot of hard work, a lot of calls, a lot of late nights, different time zones, mentors telling me that you reach out to them secretly, you know, trying to adopt some competitive edge, you know, some ambassadors as well. So ambassadors also chose their favorites among themselves, so you can find out. So we're very, very proud. So any last words from the board? Maybe we'll start with Jasmine again. Any last comments?
No, I think since we started the school, the fintech industry in the region, I dare say, has felt some impact. I am very humbled and proud at the same time to be part of this whole thing. And I am so thankful that there are so many of you who see value in this. Makes all the earlier planning days, you know, sometimes you're like blah, blah, come, blah, blah, go, like Danny. It's like, huh? Okay, we can do this. It's really, really, really good to see cohort 4, looking forward to cohort 5 and the community growing in ambassadors, in mentors, in coaching, and the willingness for people to exchange ideas. I think the wealth of this community is the generosity in sharing knowledge and experience. And that, I think, we don't want to put a fee on it. We just want everybody to benefit from it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jasmine. And like we said, we've already started electing ambassadors, but if you want to opt in, please drop me an email and then we can go from there. Danny, last words.
Never last words, right? Anyway, what everything has been said by the others, but I want to encourage, which now that I've still got a bit more time, is basically now that the pandemic, at least for those who are based in Malaysia, I would actually like to, I think it's time to meet up more to, because we never had that chance. We started this during the pandemic, so we never, I've not seen Jana since then, so I've never met face to face, so says it all. But here we are at 4th cohort, right? But okay, it'd be good we can, I think there is a get together this coming Saturday. I think you can contact Poon, I think. I'll be there. I think Jasmine and Shamin will be there as well. And from there, we'll start exchanging numbers and whatever you're doing and stuff. I think it'd be good that we start meeting face to face and really understand, because to me, after today, you're no more students, right? You're going to be friends, right? So how we can be the same network to bring, move forward, right? And for those who would like to connect me through LinkedIn, go ahead and but do put a note that you're from the cohort. If not, I'll think that you're some random guy, I might ignore you. So I think the next stage to this, the whole fitness school is really to build the network, not just digitally or really to move into the real world, physical and stuff like this. All right. Hoping to see you guys soon.
Thank you, Danny. And also, if you all want to organize your own hangouts in person, feel free to do so. Because after this, it's really organic. And obviously, you'll be joining the first 3 cohorts as well. So we have some alumni from the previous cohorts joining us here again as well. What about Tony? What are some of the sharings that you want to share today?
Well, after such a heavy, long sort of a month, it's party time. So I will be joining the Malaysian chapter of the alumni community this Saturday as well. So please, those who can make it from KL and surround, please do join us. We are all very nice people, so we won't be grilling you anymore. If there is anything that will be grilled, will be the meat on the table, right? And the alumni community actually has a lot of interesting programs, continuous learning programs. So I would recommend that you sign up for that. It still continue to be free. So, and not only can you learn from it, you can also participate by being actively involved in, championing a particular subject matter where you have a, special interest.
So yeah, like what Tony mentioned, you can actually activate yourself in the community, co-organizing it with some of the ambassadors and other alumni from other cohorts as well. Thanks, Tony. Hope to see the group picture from the KL chapter.
Before we drink or after we drink?
Both, I guess. So looking forward, I think we've been hearing a lot of gatherings from different countries, and obviously we are also trying to diversify as well. So if you want to reach out to us to speak about reaching out to the country or community that you are in, let us know. We're happy to discuss. Charmaine, last but not least, Charmaine, any thoughts or anything that you want to share today?
Oh, well, actually, all the judges has pretty much said a lot of the things that I wanted to say. But I think once again, I just want to say that, I'm really proud of everyone. And I think everyone did really well. And as the year and as the different cohorts go by, right, we see the quality or the standard, right, keeps improving. That also means that, we are evolving and we're doing something right. So very, very happy to be working with you guys. Love working with Jenna and Fang. They're like so hardworking. And of course, with my fellow board members as well. But of course, sometimes we do have our differences as well, but I would say that, it's really for the better. So I guess, for cohort 4, tell your friends there's cohort 5 coming up. If you have a good experience, do encourage them to sign up. And also to reiterate what Danny said earlier as well, we are just a LinkedIn away. If not, we are just a Discord away. Do feel free to reach out to us if you need any advice along the way. We'll try our best to help. But if not, call us out for drinks. If you're free, we'll try and join you as well. So well done everyone again, and thank you, and I'm really, really humbled to be part of this journey and experience with you guys as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Charmaine. So everyone, that is a wrap. In essence, this is going to be a community growing. Our vision is to get more people who want to learn about fintech, jump into fintech, not waiting for a master's degree or a bachelor's degree. So that's what we want to build, and this community will keep growing. So we will be a stronger voice in the fintech community, and we're looking at regionally, maybe globally in the future, right? So that's a wrap. Anything to add, Fang?
So you have pretty much unlocked, if you graduate, that is, you have unlocked about 5% of what the entirety of our version of the metaverse is in our fintech school. After this, there will be a deluge, a big flood of information. The Discord channel is just going to pop. What this means is the alumni, the ambassadors from all the other cohorts, you've already interacted with some of them. So you will know who you like, who you don't like, who you want to stay far away from, who asked the difficult questions, so on and so forth. There's going to be a massive library of information on Discord that you can access and go through the ropes. I would say take a bit of a break. You deserve it after 5 long weeks of boot camp. It's going to be weird the next week. We'd love to hear your stories on Discord on the withdrawal symptoms that you will be experiencing. But it's all good. You're in the fintech metaverse that is not controlled by Facebook, and that's a good thing. That's it from me. Thank you very much, everyone, for all your hard work.
Thank you, everyone. So we will email you, check your Discord as well, and good night. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Have a good rest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Yay.